Hello, Brainchip investors. In this video, I would like to share with you some of my thoughts on the price action we've seen in the Brainchip stock these last couple of weeks. First of all, I would like to make a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. This is just me sharing the thoughts that I have been doing, and maybe some of you might find it helpful, and possibly a lot of you will not find it helpful, and that's okay with me. So what I will do is that I will try to compare the price action we've seen with a similar move in the stock price back in 2020, where we also saw a quite strong move in the stock price within a couple of weeks. And I want to see if I can find some similarities and maybe sketch out what could happen in the next couple of weeks if the price action would be similar to the price action we saw back in 2020. So I would like to go back here to see what actually happened back then. First of all, maybe we should zoom out a little bit to see that the stock was in a downtrend for a long time. Actually, this period is more or less 4 or 5 years. And in the beginning of 2020, we saw a move up, and we saw the stock price move out of this downtrend to the upside, and we saw a period from March until August, maybe 5 months, where the stock price moved up, and there were quite a few positive news from the company in this period that fueled this rise in the stock price. And then we saw in the beginning of late August, beginning of September, this very strong move to the upside. And I have tried to draw a few trend channels. This one is the one corresponding to the 5 months. We had a nice move up. This is a strong move. If I try to calculate what is the direction of this trend channel, it corresponds to a rise of 34% a month in the stock price. And then we saw this really strong move up. I could call this the rocket channel. And this channel had a rise that corresponds to 7% each trading day. So this is a really strong move. What we saw here was that we had this level before the rocket took off, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles, and the last candle went up to 93 cents and it went back down. Actually, we had a quite bearish candle already here a few days before, but the stock price it kept moving up, and we saw this also bearish candle where we had the move up to, I think it was 97 cents, and then it went back down, and the next day the price started high and tried to push the price higher, but it wasn't able to reach the same level as the day before, and it went back down. Afterwards, we saw it had another attempt to move higher, but eventually it went out of the rocket channel and moving sideways for a while before it re-entered the previous channel, and it went sideways for quite some time until the end of the year, and then it began rising again. So what happened here? I would be interested in drawing a horizontal line here from where the intersection is between the rocket channel and the previous channel, because we can see that the share price actually moves down and tests this support level once and twice before it moves up again. And this trend line is also where the stock price was positioned before it went into this trend, into this rocket channel. So I want to try to see what what will the price action look like if something similar was to happen in the run we're seeing right now. So I will move back. Here we can see also here we have a period of a negative trend. I think a lot of people in the have been a little bit disappointed during this year that we haven't seen so many announcements as we would have liked to see. And in the summer, we saw some selling from insiders that also affected the stock price in a negative manner. But since October, we have seen a pretty good rise again, a positive trend. In this situation, it corresponds to the direction corresponds to a 23% rise a month. So this is also a very strong move up. And from this strong move up, we've seen another rocket channel these last couple of weeks. And the last 2 days actually, we have seen this. Also here, we have seen a few days ago, we saw a candle that was maybe a little bit bearish, that we saw intraday that the stock price went up and it was called back down, and maybe one could have expected that this was the top of the move, but it went back up again the next couple of days, and we've seen this move up to this high level at $1.90, I think it was, and it went back down to 180. And then this next day, today, we've seen another attempt to go higher, and it was rejected, and it has come back down. So this move is really similar to the 2 days we saw back here. Actually, the 2 days we saw here, where we had the strong move up, and it was called back down. The next day it tried to move up again, and it met resistance at an earlier point than the day before, and it was sent back down. So we saw the same move these last couple of trading days here. It was not able to go so high today, and it was called back down. So what could we expect if we were to see a move similar to the one in 2020? Well, before I was drawing this trend line from here, from where this rocket channel left the original trend channel. So this could be a level that I would be interested in at about 87 cents. Or I could be, because if we went back here, we could see that this rocket took off at the top of the trend channel. So we had a couple of days before it took off. We had some trading days here where it was on the same level as it was in the period after here. So maybe we should try to see what that would look like. It could be the level we have had down here, maybe somewhere above this level. This could also be interesting. So this interval here between 75 cents and maybe 87 cents would be, well, my buying interval if I was so lucky that the stock price would retrace to this level. Maybe I should also say that I have been selling shares at 1.2 and at 1.8. So I have sold some of my shares, and I'm not expecting the stock price to go back down. But if it does, this will be the area where I would possibly be buying some of my shares back. I think that was about it. Maybe I hope some of you enjoys the video, and if you don't, then sorry to have wasted your time. That's all.